Hello today, YouTubers. This is Lynn Wood. Going to bring you a powerful message today. I'm going to dive right on in with no further ado. We have the government of the United States who is misleading the people. And they're coming up with laws and bills that they don't even ask us nothing about. They create these laws and bills when we are asleep and when we're not paying attention. They distract us by a situation like Chris Rock and Will Smith. We so concerned on what's going on in this world that we're not concerned as to what they're doing. They always put a distraction like 9/11, to distract us from what they're doing. And see, they're the problem. We are not the problem. When a person speak out against their foolishness and their arrogance and their selfishness and impatience, then a person like me is the problem. And what kind of problem did I create in this world for you or either humanity? When they pass these laws and bills, they don't ask us nothing. They don't confront us and ask them, how do we want better water? How do we want bills to be paid? How can they contribute trillions of dollars in our community when they have the money? And they're complaining that they have to raise prices. They don't have to raise no prices. You got billionaires and trillionaires. Only thing they have to do is put some money in the economy and stimulate the economy. But what they do, they hold the money within themselves. They hold the money to themselves and buy land and buy property and buy stores and buy real estate so they can push us back further and further and further. But the people are not aware and conscious. Now, I'm not a racist person, but I remember back in the day when they had black stores in our community. Now they have foreigners coming in our community to sell Black & Mild, Newport cigarettes, sodas, candy, and other kind of eatable items. So I ask you, what is going on? While we looking to the right, they going to the left. And while we killing each other, hating on each other, disrespecting each other, backbiting each other, dogging each other, they doing their thing. They don't even really have to do nothing to our society as a people, as far as implementing laws and bills in order for destroyers. We destroying ourselves. Why females hating on females? Why brothers hating on brothers? Like I said, I'm not a racist person. I love white people as well as black people. I get along with white people. I get along with black people. Do I get along with all black people? No. Do I get along with all white people? No. I don't get along with people that have anger, hate, trickery, manipulation, and deception. If you think I'm wrong, then so be it. But I'm going to guard myself from an evil and wicked person. I don't want to be around that individual, and you shouldn't be around that person. Do not believe everything you hear in the news media. Big business and corporations, they the ones rule the news media. Back in the day, the Rockefellers brought the news media. Do you think the news media on itself? The reason the Rockefellers brought the news media is because any news that's being published or put out to the public, they want to monitor it, and they're not going to give you the full news. They're not going to give you the truth. Don't believe what you see on the news media. The news media are the people, the anchormen and what have you. They the gatekeepers. They the robots. They're going to tell you lies. They're not going to tell you the truth. They're going to mislead you. And then when they repeat the story, they're going to repeat it over and over and over and over again until it gets in your subconscious. Once it gets in your subconscious and you're thinking about it and you get paranoid and you have fear You see what I'm saying? And that's the main objective of the news media, is to instill fear and indoctrinate and to make you a robot. Like, for instance, you got all this good news going in the world. People, churches doing fundraising projects, people helping people, people getting them money, people looking out for each other, you know, churches paying people bills and stuff like that, people saving dogs, cats, and stuff like that, rescuing people, saving people, doing good deeds to people and helping one another. Why every time you turn on the news, it's a problem? Somebody's house burning down. It's a robbery. Somebody getting killed. Each and every time you turn on the news, it's bad news. The point I'm making, where's the good news? Do they have a good news channel? I mean, analyze it. Put it together, people. Y'all make the decision. Think about it. Every time they put on the news, it's bad news to make you depressed, to make you anxious, to make you fearful, to make you paranoid. That's their main objective. So we have to wake up, and we have to think together and respect and honor each other instead of looking at us as, each one of us as the problem. We are not the problem. The anger, the hate that we feel towards one another, they have injected that poison within us. They've caused us to hate one another. They are the reason behind it. They are the reason behind inflation, raising up the prices, poison our water, pollution, and other things I did not mention. They are the reason. You're not the problem. When they make them laws and bills, they don't ask us nothing. They don't ask us how can they improve our community. How can they improve our schools? How can they improve the workplace area? How can they put money into our community? They don't ask us these things because they're selfish and they're arrogant and they're greedy. It was a thing like we could make decisions at time. We had a voice. Now we don't have a voice. The average citizen can't have no meeting with a politician. They don't want to hear what we got to say. We can't call them up and say, well, we would like to have a meeting with you at 11 o'clock about some problems we're having in our community and in the world. They don't give up about what we have to say. And if a person speak out against their nonsense, against their satanic behavior, then they are the problem. People wake up. Stop going against each other. It's time for us as a people to come together and stop playing games, stop partying, stop hanging out. Yeah, we need relaxation, but we need to focus on things that are life-saving. They're gonna have a big effect on our kids, on our grandparents, on our cousins, on our aunts, on our sisters, on our brothers. Their main objective is to destroy us. And y'all still playing around. People wake up. Wake up. Y'all can't see the signs and symptoms as to what they're doing. The world is getting better. Worse and worse. And we ain't doing nothing about it. We ain't even protesting now. In other countries, they going in. I'm not saying do any violence. I'm not saying do any killings. I'm just saying wake up, become more conscious and aware of what's going on. If you like this video and it resonated with you, please give it a thumbs up.